Hi guys, thanks so much for stopping by. So today we'll be doing a fragrance review, and this is for Gabrielle Essence by Chanel, ATP or Eau de Parfum. And so I've showed you guys before, I always test this out in in an extreme way for my opinion. So it says here main accords are white floral. That's already kind of like, you know, I can't do white floral. It's very, very difficult to please me when it comes to white floral because it's always going to turn into very old lady-ish. That's always the term being used. And I totally understand that. And for me, what that means is it's very mature and it's powdery and it's really cloying, and for me it's unpleasant, but that's my personal opinion. I just don't like those kind of smells. So white floral, should have known, but it's like Gabrielle is really catered supposedly to a younger demographic. So why white floral? You have to be really, really great in what you're doing to make this work. Fruity, so that's the balance to that, the fruitiness, because the fruitiness really caters to a very young demographic. Citrus, sweet, tuberose, woody, white floral, powdery, animalistic, fresh. So I have my notes here, so I can I always have, when I'm testing out fragrances, I'm just like this the whole time. I have it under my arm, walking around, So anyway, starts very white floral. Fresh, fancy soap. Fancy, I'm sorry, I'm dyslexic. Fancy soap, very, very soapy, very, very light in regards to the sweetness. It has somewhat of a hint of sweetness, not like overly sweet. I'm picturing a huge white bouquet of flowers. It's okay, not impressed. If I wore this, I would probably do it in the daytime, very casual, office type of place. I can see it more of office, or picking up coffee on a weekend, having brunch, that kind of that kind of like having brunch with the women in your family, or family, and outdoors. That's how I'm picturing it, and I'm picturing it kind of like I'm in Southern Europe and I'm just enjoying, the weather and the warmth, and I'm having some bread outside, breakfast bread with jam or whatever you want to put in there, like butter, and having some juice. That's how I picture this fragrance, like that in the beginning. Wanted to really love this because I do not like Gabrielle. I feel like Gabrielle is kind of blah. Anyway, so I thought Essence would be elevated. Just didn't make it for me. Very white floral, citrus, soapy. It's a weird combination. It kind of works for it, but it's just kind of weird. Changes to very citrusy, then becomes sharp with some white floral. Takes longer to get sweeter and less citrus versus Gabrielle. Starts to become citrusy and aquatic, sorry. And that's it. It also doesn't last very long on me. People always say when you can't really smell it after a while, supposedly it matches with your skin. What I've noticed is that, or with your body chemistry, what I've noticed with that Chanel, with women in my family and myself, our body chemistry really does work with Chanel. I don't know what it is. It could just be because they do use more natural versus synthetic fragrance to make their mixes. That could be it. I'm not really encouraged about this particular fragrance. For me, I just feel like if it's from a Chanel house, because it's not really cheap, it's not $20. It's going to be over 100 or 200, or close to a $200 mark. I would expect it to last a day, all day, 8 to 10 hours. And I would expect it to be a home run every time. That's why when I try new Chanel fragrances, I always if it's not a home run for me, I'm not going to get it. Because I'm never gonna reach for it. Like, I might change in like every few weeks, every few months, every few days, but I always go back to Coco Mademoiselle. Always. That's always one of my like signature fragrances. I love that. And I think that was the only fragrance I could tolerate postpartum, like very freshly postpartum. That was the only fragrance that I could tolerate. Everything else was kind of difficult for me to have. It would just make me congested. So I always expect that kind of standard and that kind of quality and that kind of like signature kind of fragrance that, like, I wear Coco Mademoiselle at any time, morning, noon, and night, special occasion, brunches, lunches, breakfast, a family dinner, or a date. Like, Coco Mademoiselle for me is like bulletproof. And I really expected that from Gabrielle, so I was very excited when Gabrielle Essence came out. And both of these are just a huge disappointment. Just, I don't know what it is. Chanel, please put out better fragrances. Please. I am so desperate. I want to have more Chanel in my collection. So if you guys have other suggestions on fragrances I should try, let me know down below in the comment section. I love hearing from you guys all the time. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye.